what's up? So, just gonna go over some stuff on my Instagram. It's a quick question. If you smoke DMT and are using your third eye in another dimension that wouldn't require your real physical eye to function, what's the effect on blind people when they do it? I just posted it like 10 minutes ago. I made a YouTube video about that a while ago. Just thought I'd bring it up again. Here's some more quick math. 12 tribes. Oh, yeah, I already went through that last time. South conservatives deny people the right to vote, require ID, must be alive, must not vote more than once, and require citizenship. Yes, it's very oppressive. Not that I vote, I'm just saying it's not as crazy as people want to make it. There's my first selfie in like 6 months, so there you go. This is me just posting about my top hit face video, 42K, whoop. But how the actual description is the more important part. It has Nietzsche's letters to his friend Overbeck saying he fears lightning. He says, I, with my physical style of thinking, now see myself as the victim of a terrestrial and climatic disturbance to which Europe is exposed. How can I help having an extra sense organ and a new source of suffering? Then he's asking for books on meteorology to see what kind of clothes he can wear and what places he can live so as to not have this effect on him. This is crazy. This is Nietzsche, the most famous philosopher, and no one talks about this. And I even got these letters from The Joyful Wisdom, the Walter Kaufmann edition of The Gay Science, or Die Fröhliche Wissenschaft, a lot of different translations. But they're in the footnotes right there. So he knows Nietzsche is psychic. He just can't say anything about it, I guess. Liberal says all Republicans love all cops, but they don't understand the point of the Second Amendment if that's what they think. We respect cops, but if they do something evil, that's tyranny. Okay, here's something really interesting that happened to me. Kindle sent me a coupon for any Amazon Philip K. Dick book. Of course, Philip K. Dick, I'm a huge fan. I'm halfway through the exegesis, taking me years and years to finish. It's so dense. So I got Transmigration of Timothy Archer a few days ago. I didn't feel like reading it yet and wanted there to be a sign that would entice me a bit more. So I parked my car in front of the movie theater waiting to see Doctor Strange, and the book literally opens with an ode for him, Ben, okay, which is my name. It was the sign. And the first page after that 1648 poem by Robert Herrick, which is where that came from, the protagonist parks his car in a parking lot. And that's where I read it, in a parking lot myself. So there's two signs already. So Ben, then my Ben. So okay, that's a good enough sign for me, God. Thanks. And it's a 1648 poem too. It's not some new thing. And then the guy parked his Honda Civic in the slot in the car, and I was reading this in a parking lot in the movie theaters. So yeah, Transmigration of Timothy Archer. It's not only his least trippy psychedelic book where not everyone's all strung out on drugs like Scanner Darkly or other things. It's one of his most serious, straightforward books about him and his preacher Christian friend. Okay, and it's his last book, so it's really his most cumulative era of his writing, being the last. So he really had his thoughts together, for the most part, fictionally at least, not in real life, because that exegesis keeps going and going. And of course, they only want to release 900 pages out of 8,000, so who knows what Philip K. Dick was really saying that they're not letting us know. Because, yeah, Freedom of Information Act, anyone? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, if a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely. Thanks, Carl Jung. Nietzsche. In loneliness, the lonely one eats himself. In a crowd, the many eat him. Now choose. Thanks again, Nietzsche. Got you. I got you. Oh, yeah, here's Kevin Spacey in House of Cards. Oh, look, the Moloch Bohemian Grove owl is there. I've talked about this before. But yeah, no one cares. So, oh, yeah, they do that. They do what? Dress in robes and worship an owl? That's supposed to be normal? No, come on. This applies to me because I'm a narcissist in a positive way. I'm always astonishing myself. It is the only thing that makes life worth living. We do have to just do our own thing. We don't like music, make your own. You don't like art, make your own pictures. For real. Cyberpunk stuff. This is me arguing with a so-called Christian about astrology, of course. So I said, he said, if you practice it's not something that's allowed to do by God. So I gave him the classic, Job 38. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth, the zodiac, in his season? And then I gave him Judges 5:20. They fought from heaven, the stars in their courses fought against Sisera. The stars affect reality. That's the Bible. That's the Old Testament. And of course, Ecclesiastes, to everything there's a season, a time to every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die. I said, I find it sad Christians believe that God created the universe for us, but not the planets. And then I gave Genesis 1. God said, let there be lights, and let them be for signs. And then how about Jesus' own words? There shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Luke 21. Are we done here? Or did I make you an unbeliever using the actual words of Scripture? Have fun worshiping Tammuz this December 25th, though. That's much better than feeling the sweet influences of Pleiades. He just kept going on and on. He didn't listen to any of that stuff. Okay, like these people, it's a cult. It's not about truth. It's about what makes them comfortable. Okay, why don't Christians care that you can find, prime numbers and math and stuff? This is the beauty of God, but they think science is evil just because they're, cloning and splicing animals. Those are scientists. Science is not evil. This is science. Prime numbers, on that 24 base grid, every 24, and all the prime numbers are the red and green and orange. And surprisingly, all the exponent primes, like 5 squared, 7 squared, 11 squared, I just happen to be on this 25th prong. It's crazy. Okay, and all the reds are prime numbers, and all the greens are multiples of prime numbers. So yeah, all the other ones are evens, are divisible by 3, and the blues are all divisible by 2, so they don't count. So yeah, the 24 base grid. Thanks again, Robert Grant. Like, dude, these things are still happening. People are still waking up, you know what I mean? Let's take a look at the stars right now. The stars as in the planets. So guess what, y'all? Jupiter is finally in Aries, okay? Like, that's why you're kind of feeling a shift right now. It's not just because it's a new year, it's because of the planets, okay? And it's perfectly conjuncting Mars, 3 degrees Aries right now. A lot of energy. And that's good for me because I've been kind of lazy with the Jupiter and Pisces that whole year, okay? Like, I was born with Jupiter and Pisces, so my imagination was just going everywhere this year, figuring stuff out. But now it's in Pisces, which is my third house because I'm Aquarius. 1, 2, 3. 3 signs away, so it's my third house. So Jupiter and Mars are in my third house right now. That's the house of communication, ruling Gemini archetypes. So yeah, hopefully I can spread the word a little better. And Pluto, it's up in Capricorn. It's getting into Aquarius, so I mean that's another sign that's things are gonna escalate to this Aquarian age. No biggie. Same stuff, different horoscope. Here, real quick. Where's my dang favorites? Oh yeah, I made a face-to-face playlist. So that it's not my whiteboard video, it's just me speaking into a camera, in case you don't want to scroll through all that, all my mixes